Chat, here we go. It's the Gentlemates versus Resolve. In the continuation of the unofficial 2v2 major, if you were not watching earlier, we just watched Resolve take down Genji, and I believe it was the Gentlemates versus the Gaming Gladiators in their, not quarterfinal round. This is quarterfinal round now. The round of 16, I guess. So who will advance? The EU teams survive so far. We shouldn't be terribly surprised by that, as EU have always been 2's demons, I feel like. The 2's ranked is what everybody talks about in terms of, you know, where to improve the most, especially because NA2's gets a lot of flack. You'll even have some North Americans queuing specifically EU 2's with 100+ ping in order to improve there. But now, can Resolve continue after their close match and keep it going against the Gentlemates? The previous one went down absolutely to the wire. Could not have been closer. Where Gentlemates seem to handle theirs with ease. Juicy. Pass out midfield to Seiko. Seiko trying to get a couple low 50s in a row in order to try and score. Razier is recognizing he needs to backflip off this play. Ceiling pinch from Ivan. Razier's going to be nowhere to be found, though. He was low on boost and luckily took a bit to recover. Seiko pass one. Demo from Razier's onto Juicy, so no shot available. Seiko's going to pay him back, but won't have an opportunity to score. As we are all knotted 0-0. Razier's landed awkwardly. Could not get the angle to take a shot on that possession. That's now Ivan. Leaving it off for Razier's. He's made some magic happen previously. Looks like he wants to get a reset. He's just going to land. Cut the ball on target. Juicy makes the save. Leaving this one off for Seiko. Still no real great chances either way. If we take a quick look at the scoreboard, you see 3 shots for both teams. It hasn't felt like anyone's too threatening. Ivan falling into Juicy, getting the demo. Razier, is he somehow doubling this? He put it on target. Ivan actually just sent it out into the corner. He cleared it and made the save. That was a great chance for Resolve. That goes fruitless. Seiko, surprisingly today, playing in the Fennec. As we all know, Seiko famous for his gameplay in the Octane. Ivan 50 out to Seiko. Now Juicy upfield, prepared. The double is on target and in. Juicy lets the 50 go to his teammate and cheats upfield. And a strong touch to the back wall is tough to read for Razier's. Doesn't matter that the double hits the ground, it finds its way in. Okay, there's people in chat who both know that Seiko always plays Fennec, but apparently are unaware of my previous flub. I can't even remember the original time we were talking about people who potentially play Octane, and I guess I must have brought up Seiko at some point. Chat thought it was a crime on humanity that I made that mistake. If you're on that wild milk today. Juicy. An interception now prepping on the back wall for the next attack. We saw such a high-scoring series between Resolve and Genji. This is in stark contrast, a 1-goal game, and it seems very likely to end that way, as both these teams struggling to find great chances. Brazier is met by Juicy. 50s into Seiko, who's now going to take this dribble the distance of the field. Yo, Dippler, thank you for the brand new tier 1. Appreciate your support to the channel. As Juicy, one last clear out of the corner. Is that going to be enough? Seiko playing a bit passively as he tries to hold on to his 1-goal lead, but times his challenge well. Razier's not likely to be able to keep that up. It will hit ground. A 1-0 game. Puts the Gentlemates on top early in the series. Game number 2. It is going to be a Spanish kickoff attempt for Resolve to start game number 2. Not a bad way to get some offense going and some kickoff mix-ups, and they really didn't get a ton of chances at the kickoff last game. Juicy pass out midfield, way ahead of Seiko. Razier's flick has 2 up. Seiko and Juicy both get a touch. Now they might be recovering to the play late, although they both managed to have a decent amount of boost left over. So they shouldn't be terribly out of position. Ivan's going to outplay everyone. I was updating the title. I have to take a second to see how it happened. Oh, Juicy gets demoed. That's how it happened. Razier's takes out Juicy, and Seiko almost slightly faked himself, it looks like. That's a 1-0 lead. Will now match the scoring output from the Gentlemates. Juicy being a pest, preventing Razier's from being able to break up this play. Allows Seiko to take the ball clean. And Ivan, who's expecting something more out of his teammate there, backs off and starts his circles in nets, is not able to make the stop on the Seiko pass out of the corner. Seiko, round double is dunked. Ivan unable to get any sort of follow-up. Razier's has to be the one to try and make it happen. Yo, Papa W. Or maybe Papa? Thank you for the Prime. 2 months of Prime. Seiko soft touch to the midfield. Met quickly by Resolve. Juicy's just going to send it straight to the ceiling and to the backboard. Razier's is not going to allow for the triple touch. Juicy sends one headed towards the top right. Razier's gets the denial. Juicy looking for a bump there. If he could have gotten it, would have left the net wide open for Seiko. Seiko, errant pass. Gave the ball to Ivan. Fortunately, Juicy able to get a decent enough 50. Now Juicy pass to himself. Intercepted. Halfway through game number 2. 1-1, and there's a demo. We saw a demo like that. Almost opening up a shot earlier, but the ground pinch was too heavy and off target. Softer touch might have been the play. That way you could guarantee to follow it up. Give yourself a lead. Instead, we're going to stay tied. Razier's no follow-up on his first touch, and that might be enough to get scored on. Ivan expecting a little bit more out of Razier's. But the first touch reset just hands the ball away. Ooh, don't know, an own goal. Juicy does a lot of work to get this out in front of the net, but ultimately it is an own goal from Resolve that finishes it off. A 50 with Ivan, and Razier's taps it in. I think he was in big trouble either way. But now, finally a bit of scoring gets on the board. There's a 3-1 lead. Double demo from Juicy. Razier's and Ivan just line up on the kickoff for both of them to be taken out. But Juicy just dribbles the ball into a fairly easy challenge afterwards. Razier's on the zap dash. looking to gain control on the dribble. Juicy not going to allow it. Ivan, speedy. If this ball can get the perfect bounce, they have a chance. And even with the perfect bounce, it looks like they didn't. Wow, Juicy straight to the ceiling on the pinch. Now has just Ivan to beat. Flick over the top of him, and it's crossbar and out. Juicy has proven himself in his ones ability. We actually had him recently on a match against Lost. Definitely a match worth checking out if you haven't seen it yet. Juicy pass to himself in the corner. Seiko doing the same off the ceiling. Does get the reset right around ground height to make sure Ivan misses, but it's still going to be a clean Wazir's possession. Juicy forcing him wide. The double still falls in front of the net, but not enough to score. And Ivan deciding not to dive on it. Although he's running out of time to make those kind of decisions at some point. Have to go all in. Try and get back your 2 goals. Ivan 50. Seiko wall dashing. Even though he doesn't connect, he probably forces Wazirs to move a little bit quicker than he would have liked. Doesn't get as good of a setup because of it. Ivan out of the back corner. Pre-flip back to the ball. Can he get one more resets? No. Drops it down. Wazirs cuts off the Gentlemates passing play. Ivan just forced Juicy slightly out of position, but Juicy makes it back in time, and they needed that goal right then and there. And then they also needed a miracle on the kickoff, but no opportunity to get it now. It's going to be a 2-0 lead. Gentlemates have yet to drop a game in the series, or in the tournament, I should say, as they are now 5-0 as they look to finish off the sweep. Game 3. Gentlemates looking to try and finish off a sweep and go 6-0 at the start of this tournament. Seiko sends one straight into the ceiling. The opening of Game 3. We of course saw Gentlemates at the last major show that they were, seemingly head and shoulders above. I mean, that might be a little bit overkill to say. They had a lot of close games, but man, did they always seem to pull away with them on their way to victory. And everyone was talking about Gentlemates as one of the most well-rounded teams. So you could probably grab any 2 of their 3 and still feel good about their chances in 2v2. No incredibly hard carries over here on the Gentlemates. I mean, I think at most before the tournament, people might have said, Seiko, Itachi, they're the guys with experience. They're the guys maybe who are leading the way for Juicy. And then Juicy goes ahead and wins the tournament MVP and shows maybe that's not really the case. Maybe it's a perfect trio. Right now, Gentlemates playing in a tie game as they have not been able to fully take down the number 6 or so EU team duo just yet. As Juicy sends one to the ceiling. Ivan, not the best of clears. Fortunately, a heavy touch from Seiko allows him to get right back involved in the play. Bounce dribble from his ears. Now Ivan versus Juicy. Lean back resets. One of the musty. Juicy able to challenge to take it away before the flick connects. And now a play off the ceiling. And if he doesn't get something going, it does make Resolve think about it and maybe allow the ball to fall farther. Give Seiko a chance he would have otherwise not had if Juicy didn't try and milk it out and make it look like he was going for another touch. Ivan, big pre-jump and interception. Seiko now from the back wall. Big dunk win, but is there any follow-up? Juicy has just been booming the ball. He wants a triple touch. Actually almost got it there. Juicy got that boost steal in the corner. Back pass did not succeed. Wazirs to Ivan. This needs to be a goal, and it is. Resolve on the board. Taking advantage of this back pass. Juicy didn't get it to his teammate, and when your teammate commits to a back pass like that, in twos. There's nobody left to stop it. You have to do your best to make up for it yourself, which Juicy did, but too easy of a setup for Resolve. They're going to convert on those. Now a 1-0 lead. Zier's a dash as he catches to pop the ball. Even though he makes one miss, cannot create an opportunity. Ivan retreating to his back wall. Going to leave this off for Raziers. An interesting decision to just boom the ball away. It's going to result in a great opportunity for Gentlemates. In fact, they both committed. So after this boom away, maybe neither one of them felt like they were in a good position. They both felt like they needed to go do something about it. Neither of them connect, and Juicy's not going to get much easier opportunities than that in this tournament. Zier is having to deal with the physical play of Juicy. Forced to play quickly. Launch the shot from the sidewall. Seiko going for the double. Can he get the angle? Juicy, big miss. Maybe intentionally left it. But Seiko also does not connect as he tries to catch it on the ground, and Ivan sends it flying into the corner after it looked like the Gentlemates were about to drop the ball and not be able to protect it. Ivan playing maybe a bit too quickly. Gets ahead of the play and clears it himself. But Resolve still on offense. Air dribble 50. Seiko has this out past Ivan. Ivan actually on 0 boost. Juicy needs to get this in front of the net. He went for the pass to Seiko. Puts it back on the near post. And it's a 2-1 lead. KJ Hayes, thank you for the Prime. 2 months of Prime. Much appreciated. Juicy not just playing it into the hands of Raziers, who had timed his recovery to play Juicy's touch. Instead, looks to his teammate. Now, a 1-goal lead with 30 seconds left to go. Can the Gentlemates close out the 6-0 start to the unofficial 2v2 major? Are they just unstoppable in any tournament with the name major in it? Seiko, a little double, is going to make it a guarantee. Gentlemates up 3-1. Juicy reset 50 on Ivan. And Seiko couldn't get the angle on the first touch, so instead, he just makes it a reset and doubles it off the back wall. Juicy now. A kickoff win, and it's GG's. 4-1. A 3-0 sweep. Gentlemates yet to drop a game. They advance to the semifinals. Can they do a team pogo, though, is the question. GG's. Gentlemates with the sweep.